Hi, this is Lindsay Beaton with Pet Food Forum TV, here today at Pet Food Innovation Workshop Next Generation Treats. I'm standing here with Brian Lamp, Sales Manager for Sonac, a division of Darling Ingredients. Thank you so much for being here today, Brian.
Well, thank you for having me.
You are running one of the stations here at the workshop. What is it that you're having our attendees do, and what do you hope to convey through your demonstrations?
What we are doing is demonstrating how to create a gummy treat. So essentially, what we're using is a recipe that Kansas State University actually developed, and it incorporates one of our gelatins. And what the attendees are going to do is create the liquid solution, and then take this liquid gummy solution and pour it into a mold, and we'll place that in the refrigerator. And just like with Jell-O, what you're going to have is the solution kind of harden up into like a chewy treat, just like you would buy a gummy bear or something like that will be the end product.
And what are you hoping people take from what they learned today back to their companies and implement? What is your main goal?
I think our main goal here is to, because we are a producer of gelatin, we want to give them some additional information. Besides the demonstration, we're going to give them some additional information about gelatin, which we hope will give them some ideas and kind of, let's say, stimulate their imaginations to develop new products containing our product, of course. So what we're going to do is we'll have our technical manager for gelatin give a condensed Gelatin 101 overview. Just a very short 5-minute presentation, but it's going to talk about the technical specifications, the functionalities, as well as some of the applications. And then our research partner, Kansas State University, will also do a short overview of extrusion research that they're doing. And then thirdly, we'll have one of our sales representatives for Rousselot, the gelatin division, give kind of an overview of how is gelatin being used, let's say, in the food and pharmaceutical industries. So we're hoping those three things will really stimulate, plus their own hands-on experience will stimulate their imaginations.
And in terms of trends, how did you take current trends into consideration when you were putting together today's workshop? And how are you, what are you seeing in terms of trends for the next year, the next couple of years, especially as it applies to gelatin in pet treats?
Well, I think that the big trend, which everyone can agree upon, is, let's say, diets that are limited starch diets or grain-free diets. And we feel like that's a very good application for gelatin for two reasons. Because gelatin, in addition to being a good binder or water binder, it also has a high content of protein, approximately 90% protein. So what you have is something that's delivering the binding function that maybe you're lacking if you're taking starch out of a formula. So you have that. Then in addition to that, what you're doing is you have a protein source. And so with the trend with limited starch or grain-free, you also see consumers demanding more protein in their diets. So gelatin's able to deliver on both of those things, which we think makes it a really interesting ingredient for pet food scientists in the industry.
So what is it about Darling Ingredients that separates it from other ingredient companies? How does your focus differ, or what is it that you excel in?
The two main things that stick out to me that would differentiate us from other companies would be the breadth of our portfolio. We have a lot of ingredients, whether it's proteins, fats, or minerals. We have all the species that you can think of practically. You have to come out to our booth and talk with one of our representatives or look at our brochures there. It's really interesting the amount of products that we have. So I think that's one of the things that differentiates us. And the other thing that is differentiating us now is that we're a global company. So we have approximately 200 plants on 5 different continents. And what that means is we have corporate research and development. We have corporate quality departments and regulatory departments. So that makes us an ideal partner, let's say, at a time when, let's say, regulations are becoming increasingly complex and more difficult to navigate. Well, we're an interesting partner because we can help our partners with some of those issues.
And given your global reach, what kind of factors are you guys seeing that is going to shape the pet food market in the future?
I would say that the consumers is what's shaping it, obviously, and that's the case in any industry that you're in, but they're becoming much more aware nutritionally of what their animals require. I think they're more aware of what the animals require than what they require. And if you go onto social media sites, you can see that they understand the nutritional needs of their pets. And so we feel like that's the big driver, but safety obviously is going to be a big driver. But I think higher protein formulas will continue to be a trend.
And you said you've been to Pet Food Forum before. This is our first year in Kansas City, so what do you think of our move here, and what are you looking forward to this week after the workshop is over?
I think it's really the nexus of the pet food industry. It seems like there's a lot of buzz around this year's Pet Food Forum. So we think it's fantastic. It's kind of like you can just feel the change in the air. And so we're really excited that it's here.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Brian.
Well, thank you.